Hello everybody, my name is Aud and welcome back to the Aud Narrations channel. Today we're reading a story titled, My Very New Boyfriend Keeps Telling Me What to Do. How can I raise this with him? They wrote an edit saying, wow, I was not expecting this response. I thought I was just being stubborn and not wanting anyone to tell me what to do like a kid. Thank you everyone. I think I have some self-reflection to do. Gonna keep reading through and replying to all your awesome comments. The main post reads, we were friends for a year or so before this, which does make a difference as we already know each other well. But less than 2 weeks into dating, he keeps telling me what to do. I was in an 11-year dead bedroom relationship before this, so I've been living for someone else my entire adult life, and since ending things 4 months ago, I'm finally free to live again, how I like. Part of living how I like is being who I wanted and getting to have fun again. He's moving quite fast, and I've had to tell him to slow it down. He's told his friends and family about me already, and is making future plans, whereas I've only just moved out of my ex's house, where we still share a mortgage. Here are some of the things he's already telling me what to do / not do. I want to buy my own little flat to call my own. He keeps telling me it's a bad idea and a tie that will take ages. He doesn't approve and tries to put me off. When I get my own place, I want to get a dog. I had them all my life growing up and I miss it terribly. I pet sit to fill the void. He goes very serious and says this is a bad idea, as I won't be able to travel with him at the drop of a hat. Not something I've ever said I wanted, anyway. He's been trying to convince me not to get a dog since. He gets impatient and slightly annoyed when I fell asleep on this sofa and didn't go to bed when he told me I should. Said I'm stubborn and being annoying. He doesn't like that I play games with my friend on Saturday nights, 2 to 3 times a month, and says that I should spend Saturdays with him instead. Said that I shouldn't start horse running again as I don't have the time. I've had horses all my life and I have 2 retired ones. I don't want to lose this skill. They continue, I'm painfully attracted to him and I've fantasized about being with him for so long. We are so compatible in every other way, other than I hate being told what to do and he keeps doing it. It's so early on in the relationship that I don't know how to broach this subject with him. What would be a good way to go about it? I feel like I've been a doll all my life that people expect me to do as I'm told and sit pretty on the shelf. TLDR, my new boyfriend keeps telling me what to do / what not to do, and I hate it. I'm hyper independent and I want to live life for myself. That's a tricky one. Is a really tricky one. In my head, if it's this early doors and he's already starting to tell you what to do, what not to do, and not really giving you that space for discussion and making a paired decision at least, it'll only get worse in the future. And probably the means and especially I guess insulting you for falling asleep and that sort of thing, those will only get more vicious as you sort of develop resistance to them. Tricky one. Sorry to interrupt the video. But since the new year, I've set myself the New Year's resolution to try and hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. It would really help out the channel if you hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at the comments. Someone else left a comment saying, you're replacing one toxic man for another. The likelihood of saving a friendship with this man is slim, but it gets slimmer every week this continues. He's trying to brush over all the important parts and force you into fulfilling the role he's assigned you in his mind. Possibly for years. He will get increasingly upset as you don't follow the script. Please, please, please don't try to explain. If he doesn't know at 31 you're not going to be able to train him up while you're also managing your own healing and separation, just tell him it's not working. There may be an attraction, but it's not compatibility. This is an unhealthy cope. Someone replied saying, gosh, thank you for this. I feel like an idiot, honestly. I'm usually so good at reading people, but when it comes to handsome men who are interested in me, apparently that goes out the window, and I need to do some serious self-reflection. I replaced a man who took 2 years to tell me he loved me and would kiss me once a year to a love bomber who told me he loved me within 2 weeks of dating and wants to spend every second of every day with me, which I cannot deal with. Give me space. Got to work on that balance for sure. Wasn't expecting all these comments to be saying the same thing. I thought I was being dramatic. I really appreciate Reddit today, more than ever. Indeed. Someone else has left a comment saying, it's enormously concerning that he's already trying to control you. You both have known each other for some time. Presumably, he knew you liked to ride, wanted to own a dog, etc., etc. None of these are instances in which he should have any input. He seems to want you to conform to his desires without any concern about what you want. Someone replied saying, this is such a good point. He's supposedly been a friend for 2 years until a few months ago. Not only is he being a very controlling boyfriend, but by not wanting you to follow your passions and spend time with friends and live the way you want, etc., he's being a bad friend too. Someone replied saying, this, I wonder about a friend who so jump in hot and fast on the heels of a long-term relationship where she was off-center and deprioritized herself. He's not giving her any room to reset and recenter. It sucks to say, but some people are instinctual predators in that they look for people who are not stable or who are healing from some bad habit relationship event because they're easier picking for their own intents and purposes. Because it's easier to look like the knight in shining armor and a totally different not situation than the one she left. Less work to do in order to have someone complacent and already habitualized to putting themselves second. It's all too easy to fall for the new but continue behaving in old ways, and manipulators know this. Someone left another comment saying, "This is new and he's acting like this. It doesn't get better. Dump him and save yourself the heartache. He's controlling and coercive, showing signs of domestic violence." To which someone replied saying, "Yes, I agree with this comment. OP, please take a breather to be r/single and happy, or date someone who lets you explore what you want." They continue, "I had a DB too, not sure what DB stands for, in a 9-year relationship during the time I lived with my then partner, 6 years. I left to save the friendship. We are now still friends, and I'm super close to his sister and her partner. I am now solo for life, as being single became a revelation. I was so happy I got to build the life I wanted. Bracket 2BR, stabilized rent apartment, massive friend group, live in a cool city in Switzerland, lots of alone time, solo travel, fun with friends. I'm at the moment changing careers by studying at 40. Big smile. I learned a lot about who I am, how I feel, and what I need, and I went no contact with my adoptive family. I realized I'm an ambivert, and I signed up to get my ADHD diagnosed. I think being alone gave me the time to breathe and find self-acceptance and getting to know who I am if I don't do the care, emotional work of a man. If you want to be partnered, find someone who doesn't steamroll, is possessive, and speaks so negatively about everything you want. 4 months is very short after 11 years, in my opinion. I also went to date 3 months after splitting, but that one steamrolled me with romantic gestures and psychoanalyzed me. Instant put off. And, as predicted by my friends, he tried again during COVID. No thanks. Your friend, now boyfriend, sounds like he waited for you to be free and now wants to lock you down. Remove him from your life, buy your house, get that dog, build the life you want." Completely agree. Someone else left a comment saying, "He skipped the compatibility phase and went right to match made in heaven. Now, whenever you do something that challenges this idea, he scolds you. Probably won't get better. It's hard to build something when you don't start on the same page." Someone replied saying, "Wow, you described this so succinctly. Stated so much better than my post. I tip my hat to you." I doff my cap. But no, that's exactly it. Basically, if you don't match his ideal, then it's your fault. You need to fix it. Someone else left a comment saying, "Girl, no, he's not your father, and if he starts like this at the start, imagine what he'll be like in 6 months. The fantasy has been wonderful, but this is the reality." And I think this is what I was trying to say at the start. Like, you know, it's been 4 months if he's trying to do all this already, especially with like the insults and things this early on, especially if he means it, it's only going to get worse. Someone replied to that comment saying, "This is a perfect summary." To which someone replied saying, "You're right, the fantasy has been amazing. I got to live it for a couple days at least. Ha ha ha. I think it's time to be grateful for all the good feelings I got from the fantasy and now accept the reality and move on." Completely agree. Someone else left a comment saying, "Seems like you've traded a controlling and abusive partner for a different controlling and abusive partner. You got out of an 11-year relationship 4 months ago. You aren't ready for another relationship." OP replied saying, "I completely agree with you. I'm not ready, but I think the fantasy of being with this new guy took over and I didn't want to pass up the opportunity. But everybody here has massively helped me see it for what it is, and I'm currently taking a close look at my life choices." Fantastic. It sounds like OP has nailed it. Good job, Reddit. Alrighty. What do you think OP should do? What would you do in OP's shoes? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you enjoy these videos and want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button. That way you won't miss the latest upload. Alrighty, we'll have to finish there for today. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.